Hill Figure. Star Report. I'm your host, Star. Folks, this is not the show I wanted to do. Old petty niggas, huh? I hate to say it like that. Anita Baker, Babyface. I've never seen either one of them live in concert. I did, however, promote Anita Baker's, two of her projects on Elektra Entertainment when I worked at the record labels, okay? Anita Baker, right to the point, she kicked Babyface off of her tour, and 2 days ago on Twitter, correct me if I'm wrong, she said he hates Beyonce. Old people doing too much. Now, maybe I shouldn't call her old. She's seasoned. I think she's roughly 64, maybe 65. Deeds, correct me if I'm wrong. A phenomenal singer. She's always been a class act, to my knowledge. And some of this stuff I don't even want to repeat because it's probably just rumors and, industry gossip, from her pettiness going back decades, all right? Babyface, I have to say, I know some of his catalog. I have never liked Babyface. I don't dislike him. He was always the poor man's prince to me. The poor man's prince. Babyface, however, has taken the high road with regards to Anita Baker. He will not disrespect her. He let out a statement. Hang on a second. Where's his statement on social media? He's a class act. I am saddened by the news that Anita Baker has decided to remove me from the Songstress tour, okay? It's unfathomable, and it's unfortunate and disheartening to see how things have played out via social media. While I was looking forward to the rest of the dates, I have nothing but love and respect for Anita, and I wish her the best for the remainder of her tour. Babyface. Okay, that's what we know him as. The very nice, just cornball. And I don't think he has ever lived his music because he got divorced years ago. Not that diminishes his great creative talent, but, just all that begging and propping a bitch up, and then you can't keep her. I don't know. Anyway, so Anita Baker, as I said, she's been doing the most, and then I went back on her timeline. She's been talking spicy. Yes? No? Troll babies, good evening. How you guys doing? And Deeds is the one who put me up on this building tension a month ago. Deeds may or may not be in the live chat. And when she brought this to me, I said, really? Babyface and Anita? They were just having a little riff a month ago. I think it was at the Newark Prudential Center in New Jersey. A huge tour that Anita Baker is on, and she's been doing very well. And she only has about 6 or 7 studio albums. The last album was a Christmas album. Deeds, are you out there? How many studio albums does Anita Baker have? Not that many, but her catalog is phenomenal. And yeah, so she has kicked Babyface off of the tour, okay? Also, Florida Boy Jay, I'm ready when you are, sir. Can you call in? Because I want to address YNW Melly, the double murder trial that started today. Let me say I judged this young man, and I think I judged him wrong. I know it's very early, but I don't think he killed his friends. I think because of his smile, his fun-filled nature, that we have perceived him, I know I have, as some type of sinister, possible murderer. What the prosecution laid out that I saw today was weak. There's no gun. They can't place him at the scene of the crime. There's some supposed text message, but even that text message is not an admission of any crime. There's a language barrier that they're trying to make the jury convict this guy of. It's all, if you ask me, it's circumstantial evidence. I think he's been in jail for 4 years thus far. 4 years he's been in there for the duration of COVID-19. His mother's fine as shit. Troll babies. Anybody seen his mother? YNW Melly's mom? Oh, she's good looking. I saw her about a year or so ago. And guys, I'm drinking, what is this? Proud Source spring water. This is some real fancy fugazi shit I picked up today. You know, his mama is fine, boy. So anyway, that's my topics tonight. Also, I reached out to JT from Pocket Watching with JT. He might call in tonight. I want to put something else on the table early. Now, behind the scenes, I had a great conversation today with another lawyer who is looking for anybody that may have been scammed by Cesar Pina, Jennifer Pina, and DJ Envy, who is partners with Cesar Pina. I'm not going to say who, what, where, or this lawyer is, but this lawyer is very, very interested in anybody who can produce any type of receipt, whether it's an agreement or any type of wire transaction to Cesar Pina, again, his wife Jennifer, and DJ Envy, who is partners with Cesar. The lawyer is looking for you, okay? Contact me. You have my email address. If not, it's thehater1964@yahoo.com. Now, having said that, let's have a little fun tonight. I mean, no disrespect, but I asked JT to call in from Pocket Watching with JT. He's one of my sponsors, and he does great content on YouTube. I want to ask you folks the question. Why did you get scammed? Not how. Why did you get scammed? Now, there's a difference between being scammed, being hustled, and getting beat. I have beat people over the years, and I have been beat on coke deals. You've heard me speak about this, you know, small nigger transaction, just bullshit, you know, just learning the ins and the outs of the hood. I moved to New York in 1981, and you know my history. Anyway, why did you get scammed? Are you sweet? Are you sweet? Were you sweet during the process? Again, I mean no disrespect, but this is something that you need to admit to if you're now in seek of getting your money back. And if you think that you have been scammed by Cesar, his wife, who I think are just, you know, well, you know what? Let me not say what I think of them. But Cesar he's a slickster. Now, he is a convicted scammer, credit card scammer. And I want to go beyond Cesar Pina and his wife Jennifer and DJ Envy's affiliation. Why did you get scammed? What is it about you? Were you thirsty? Were you trying to flip your money? Well, sure, you were trying to flip it, but were you trying to get over? Were you trying to get around something? Many people, and whether they be black, white, Hispanic, whatever, they're looking for a get over, a come up, right? A hustle, a flip. Why did you get scammed? Now, again, getting beat can be, well, let me break down the difference, because in the early 80s, I ran with a lot of Times Square hustlers and pimps and what have you. A beat can be a quick transaction. A quick transaction, you try to purchase something, or you were looking for something, someone beats you. They took your money, or you gave it to them. They didn't take it from you. You gave it to them. They ran what we used to call the back door on you. They would take you to a location, say, hey, wait right here, I'm going to go inside and get it. Just chill, just keep your eye out for the D's. D's is short for detectives. The person stands there, you go inside the establishment, and you go out the back, you go out the back door. That's a beat. That's a beat. We used to beat people in Times Square. I lived at 527, well, one of my apartments, 527 West 152nd Street, 4th floor. I've told you this before. We would go buy bars of Ivory soap, get a box cutter, we'd get the little red top bottles, and we put the soap in the bottles, you know, Go downtown, jumbos, red tops, jumbos. People thought they were buying crack. Now, if you needed some cash, you would tell them, yo, I only got 40s, I only got 50. I ain't got no dimes, I ain't got no nicks. I got dimes or 20s. Right? You beat them. They give you the money. You walk off. You don't run. You walk off. That's a beat. I've been beat buying powder over the years. You just, sometimes you keep sniffing it, thinking you're gonna get high. No, the high, I feel it. It's coming. It's not bullshit. You sniff cut all night, lying to yourself that you're gonna get a high and it's real coke. Florida Boy J, sit tight. I didn't see you. Sit tight, Florida Boy J. A scam is a lot more involved process. A scam can last weeks, months, a year, depending on the legal parameters, depending on something that you may have signed, an agreement. Did you allow someone to get out of the possible scam? Did you indemnify them? I've spoken to you before about indemnifications. An indemnification clause is you releasing them or them releasing you from any type of wrongdoing. These are the things I just want to put on the table. And again, I'm not just focusing on Caesar, DJ Envy, and Caesar's wife, but why did you get scammed? Let's have that conversation. And guys, thank you for your donations. I was doing the show, of course, and I couldn't necessarily acknowledge everybody. Jeremy, I got your donation. Thank you so much. Who else? Jeremy again. And there was someone else. Thank you for your support. Florida Boy J, good evening, sir. Are you there? FBJ.
Yo, Star, we in the building. We here. We live.
Okay. First and foremost, condolences. The Heat, they're out of there. Yes, the Nuggets took them down in 5. Yes?
Yeah, man. The AC Miami Heat got there to the NBA Finals and lost against the Denver. Nikola Jokic and the Nuggets, man, they got their first championship in franchise history, and it was pretty nice to see them celebrate and kind of establish themselves in basketball, seeing as they're a city who's won the Stanley Cups, Super Bowls, to finally get another, get a trophy in their third sport.
How are you doing? Never mind the Nuggets. How are you doing? The Heat lost. You was talking that fly shit. The Heat are out of there. Are you okay? Before we continue on.
Yeah, I'm doing awesome. I'm doing great. We were playing with house money the whole time, bro. You gotta understand. We went to the conference finals last year as a 7th seed. As the 2 seed. And this year we came in as an 8 seed.
Right.
And we weren't expected to beat the Bucks in the first round. We beat the Bucks. We beat Giannis. Then we came in and beat the dog crap out of the Knicks, beat them like old Virginia Slave.
Right.
And then we came in and beat the whole ass Celtics. And then, we lost against the Nuggets. That's fine. We weren't supposed to be there in the first place.
Okay.
I'm doing
I don't want to do too much of a recap on the NBA Finals. I want to get to Anita Baker, and I need you to talk about YNW Melly as well. What do you want to start first? Are you up to speed on the YNW Melly murder trial started today, or Anita Baker and Babyface?
I would like to talk about the YNW Melly because my main thing that I'm going to stick with on the case is the fact that the prosecution didn't go after any of the primary, obvious other leads that were in place. They didn't properly investigate the co-defendant who lied about the shooting multiple times and the one who had the gunpowder residue on his hands. Right. They didn't even search his home.
The driver of the vehicle, who also had a change of clothes, and for those who don't know, on October the 26th, 2018 at 4:35 a.m. pulled up to the hospital with the 2 dead bodies. He had a change of clothes, and and as you said, it was determined that he had gunpowder residue on his hands. Please continue.
Right. Another unidentified man was on the phone with his sister and had intimate details about the murder in a recorded jail cell call. The police disregarded that lead also after the man's sister said she heard the details on the street. So she was found to be lying. because they have a police recording of her talking to a guy, but that got disregarded. Then 2 men confessed to the murders on, the Instagram post where the guys confessed to the murders, and then he said he sold the account for $20.
Right.
And
Well, hang on a second, because that's not necessarily evidence that they can hang their hat on just yet. So the trial just started in Florida, yes? I forget the location.
Yes.
Do you know
South Florida.
South Florida. Okay. I haven't been following everything leading up to this trial, but again, I judge this guy because of his sinister look. I said, that's the new Charles Manson. And then after watching the prosecution and the trial today, I noticed him smiling again. And I said, I grew up with kids like him. There was a white guy, I'm not going to say his name. He laughed at everything. We were jumping goddamn ramps with bicycles. He cracks his arm. He fell. We were trying to jump over the goddamn creek. Cracks his arm, and he's laughing. Terrain, my arm is fucked up, but he's laughing. Some people are just like that. Everything to them, brings a smile to their face. So I don't know for certain if he did or did not commit these double murders, but what are his chances based upon your knowledge and what you've seen here today, day one of his trial?
Personally, just asking me what are his chances to get any not guilty or come out clean. I think they're a lot higher than what anybody reasonably would expect. But if you look at it, there would be no reason for a state to hold up a case for this long if it was just an open and shut case. You know what I'm saying? Apparently, he had the money and the backing to hold out this long, to go to trial finally. They're probably trying to hold him out so crack the snitch. Exactly. 4 years at the height of his peak. He had tracks with Kanye that was, singles. He was really going to be next up in the minute.
Murder on My Mind. And hold on a second for boy Jay. I think that's JT on the line right there from Pocket Watching with JT. JT, is that you, sir? Can you hold on? I want to talk to Florida Boy Jay, then I'll bring you in.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sit tight. Okay. So, Florida Boy Jay. I didn't see a strong presentation from the prosecution. Now, they did something different with this particular trial. They're now allowing how many jurors to convict him on the death penalty? Did you catch that? I forget.
I can look it up, but the answer I thought was like 9. It got lowered from 11 to 9.
Yeah, I think it's even lower if you can pull that. So.
Maybe even 6,
yeah. Okay, so sit tight, hang out. I don't want you to hang up because I also want to talk to you about Anita Baker and Babyface, but I want to bring JT in because I know he's got stuff to do. Pocket Watching with JT. Good evening, man. How are you?
I'm doing great. What's going on, Star?
Hey, man. I want to thank you for being a sponsor again, and you're a man of knowledge in the area of investing and other things. People know who you are. So I'm asking a question tonight, aside from my Anita Baker kicking Babyface off the tour, her recent tour. Why did you get scammed? Why did you get scammed? Now, I'm sure you've covered something like this or similar throughout your presentations on YouTube, yes?
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Please, take it away. Why did you get scammed?
All right. So I've got an answer, and my answer comes from the standpoint I am a over 15-year licensed financial advisor. I have dealt with people who have lost their life savings to a scam, okay? I got an answer, but I don't think your audience is going to appreciate the answer, but it's the truth.
They want the truth, JT. They want the truth. My audience is very diverse. They're business people. Tell us, because I have an idea.
All right, well, here it is.
Okay, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Here it is. The reason why most people, not 100%, but well over 90%, the reason why most people get scammed is because they are financially thirsty, okay?
I agree.
They're financially thirsty, meaning that the scammer is presenting something to them. And in their logical mind, they know it doesn't sound right. They know this seems odd. Why would you be offering me such a great deal? That's what their logical mind would tell them.
Mm-hmm.
But because of poor financial decisions that they made in their past, they're looking for a silver bullet. They're looking for something to catch up.
Right.
If they know that their retirement account should be, $300,000 or $400,000, and they only have $50,000 in there, they're willing to put all their chips in the middle of the table and risk it all because they're trying to make up for the shortfall of bad financial decisions that they made in the past. So number one, it's being financially thirsty, because if they were logical, if they were in a comfortable financial position, they would be more skeptical.
Right.
So that's number one, financially thirsty.
Go ahead.
Number two is they gave up their independence of thought. Now, this one is a little more to explain.
Come on.
Most people give up their independence of thought by handing over their influence to other people. So they're watching these finance podcasts. They're watching these big platforms. They're watching shows like The Breakfast Club, and they're interviewing someone who claims to be a financial expert.
Right.
And instead of doing their own due diligence, they're letting a podcast host convince them that this is a great guy or a great girl.
Yeah.
And they'll hand over hundreds of thousands of dollars to this person, assuming that someone who is connected to a corporation did their due diligence, not knowing that many of these podcasts bring on these so-called financial experts because they are getting paid.
Yeah.
I call it podcast payola. And they leave all their responsibility at the door, and then when you report back to them, hey, so-and-so, I'm a big fan of your show, big fan of your podcast.
Right.
So-and-so scammed me. You know what they say? You should have did your due diligence.
Right.
Why you give them money anyway?
Right.
Well, you were praising the person like they were a financial god 3 weeks ago on your show.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah. If I can jump in for a second, and JT,
sure.
Folks, on the screen is JT's his platform where you can contact him and see a lot of his work. Pocketwatcher.net. Yes? Did I say that right? Pocketwatcher.net?
Yes,
okay. I also want to add celebrity influence. For some reason,
yes,
people see rappers and entertainers involved, and they get even more thirsty. And as you said,
yes,
the whole logical approach goes out the window. Now, I don't want to necessarily just focus or beat up on the Breakfast Club, but just in general, I'm asking people, why did you get scammed? Not how. Why? What was it about you that the scammer saw in you? And you already gave some good points thus far. Saw in you that said, "Hey, I'm going to work this person like a chicken bone up in Harlem." Also, I want to point out. Because I've beat a lot of people back in the days from 1981 until 91, and I've been beat as well. A lot of scammers, people don't realize that when a scammer is talking to you, they are in seek of information. They always ask you where you're from,
sizing you up.
Sizing you up. Where do you go to eat? Where do you shop? And they're taking mental notes. If it's over the phone, they're literally writing down your movements, your patterns, so they cannot bump into you, or they can get an understanding of how you move. If you are a previous tax evader, if you have any type of criminal record, because they don't want you, just running to a goddamn lawyer. They want to try and get a sense of, are you yourself, and as you just said, overly thirsty? Do you have a record? And they try to get a determination. Well, if I beat this person or scam them, will they just accept the scam and go on about their business? Jump in there, please.
Yes. Thank God you understand what we're talking about. So to the audience that may have went over your head, to the audience,
no, they got
it.
They got it. Come on.
Street terminology.
They got it.
Because I know a lot of people love street terminology.
Yeah.
A lot of these financial scammers have the mannerisms and the methods of street pimps.
Yes.
Okay? A good street pimp will find a young lady walking the streets. Maybe she's a runaway.
Right.
And he'll be able to slowly pick up on certain things about a character, maybe invite her out to dinner, let her tell her whole sob story about how her father wasn't really in her life and how her mother was overbearing. And she will actually tell this pimp everything that she wants in life.
Right.
The pimp takes down a mental note, and he regurgitates everything that she wants in himself.
Yeah.
So he appears to be the perfect person for her, not knowing that she just gave him all the answers to the questions that she's looking for.
Bingo.
Financial scammers do the same thing. They will listen to you, allow you to talk about how you hate your job. Talk about how you don't have enough money to retire with. Talk about how your mother was working 3 jobs and she was always stressed out. You promised yourself you'll never be like your mother, but now here you are, 38 years old, and you're on the same road that your mother was as a single mother.
Bars.
They're listening to that.
Bars.
Yeah, they're listening to that, and they're going to regurgitate that.
Yeah.
And they're going to say, well, listen, I've got the perfect thing for you. I've got this investment, or I've got this mastermind, or if you pay for this course or do this with me, invest your money with me, you'll never have to worry about all the things you just said to me. And then next thing you know, you'll be out on the corner in a miniskirt the same way that the girl was. You're just doing it financially. You're looking up, trying to wonder, what happened to this great lifestyle you promised me?
JT, hold on a second. I want to jump in, and I want to, again, promote PocketWatcher.net. Folks, I'm talking to JT from Pocket Watching with JT. And let me ask you, aside from what we're discussing tonight, do you try and help people like salvage things after they've lost money, after they've hit financial ruin, after their credit has been destroyed? Do you offer some type of rebuilding process for them, or any type of legal advice, please? Yeah.
Well, hopefully I can catch them before the scam comes. But if you are in a situation where you've been scammed, then yes, financial planner. I am a certified financial planner. I take on clients from all over the country. We sit down, we take a look exactly at what mess you are currently financially. You just got to admit it. Listen, I'm currently in a financial mess. We look at where you are currently. We look at where your goals are, where you're trying to get to, and we create a personalized financial plan with action steps that help you achieve your financial goals. There's no scammy stuff. It's not going to happen overnight. I'm like a personal trainer. I'm not a plastic surgeon trying to give you a BBL overnight, but I am going to give you the right plan of what you can do to achieve your financial goals.
Nice. Okay. Folks, I want you to go check out JT from Pocket Watching with JT on YouTube, okay? And also on the screen, PocketWatcher.net. Hey, man, I appreciate you tapping in. I don't want to hold you up. I'm going to get back to Anita Baker being petty with Babyface. But you left a comment under your banner on my community section, yes?
Yes. I got there. My contact information. Anybody want to reach out? If you have tax problems, that's another big thing in the community that people don't know about. If you got a tax problem with the IRS, I'm licensed to represent people before the IRS. We deal with collections, tax settlements. Reach out to me, and I'll do the best I can to help.
Do you also help people with the different forms of bankruptcy, whether it's Chapter 13, 11, or 7, stuff like that?
Well, as a financial planner, it's our job to counsel clients on their resources when it comes to bankruptcy, but then ultimately we will refer you out to an attorney who's actually going to draft the bankruptcy for you. It's my job to advise you on the types of bankruptcy and what makes the most sense for you.
Okay. Let's have that conversation another time, because that's something that I think is very, very important. Maybe next week you and I can talk about that, because filing for bankruptcy, sometimes you have to be careful, because you are going to get appointed a trustee by the court. And you,
absolutely,
if that trustee thinks that you're doing something illegal, you will not get what's called a final decree. But hey, man, good to talk to you, JT.
You'll be in a worse position. But yes, sir, we can talk about that next week.
Thank you, JT, from Pocket Watching with JT. Have a great evening.
You too, sir.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Take care. Good man. Good man. Okay, guys, make sure you check him out on YouTube. Pocket Watching with JT, okay? All right, hold on a second. Florida boy Jay, let me bring you back in. And do you know who's been looking for you? I'm not trying to start nothing, Florida boy Jay, but does Newt come over to your channel? He's a donator here, but
I mean, I don't even know who that is. Like, I don't even know. No, I don't even know who that is. I know, I get my fair share of donations and super chats and cash apps. You know, I pretty much know my audience. I don't even know who it is.
Okay. Well, he's not being malicious or anything, but he's been calling and looking for you the last couple of nights.
No, he's probably listen. I don't. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Last time, listen. I don't deal with confused fans or homosexual men, so I don't need him looking for me, trying to find me or anything like that. I'm on YouTube. If he wants to watch the show, the show.
Okay.
Send it a donation. Anything outside of that is trying to make any unwanted advances. So tell dude to calm down. Chill out.
All right. Hang on a second. Larry, I got your donation via Cash App. Thanks, Star. I really appreciate the show. Thank you for your support, Larry. I appreciate your donation. Jason, I got your donation. Thank you, sir. Gangster of Love. How you been, homie? Where have you been? He says, Rory got scammed by Britney. looking for love. Hashtag purr. Drew, who? I got your donation. A Raisin in the Sun is a story about ignorance. Okay. Left-handed. Okay, Peas, are you live? Yes, he's live right now. Left-handed. Let me put his link in the live chat. Okay, so Florida Boy Jay, let's you and I go to Anita Baker, which is my top story. It's trending, has kicked Babyface off of her tour. Now, there was a legal issue with them going back, was it 2006 or 7? I forget.
Yeah.
Babyface sued Anita Baker. Please, come on.
Yeah, it went back to 2006. He sued Anita Baker because it was unpaid royalties on a couple tracks that he worked on her last album in 2006. I'm going to bring up the tweet exactly that references the track. Give me just 2 seconds. Yeah. So back in 2006, Grammy Award-winning producer Ken's Babyface Edmonds filed a breach of contract lawsuit against Anita Baker, claiming she owes him more than $250,000.
Right. According
to that lawsuit filed in Los Angeles Superior Court, Baker broke 2 oral agreements with Edmonds, who co-wrote, produced, and performed on the song Like You Used to Do on Baker's 2004 album, My Everything.
Stop right there. Now, that's the complaint at that time. But Anita Baker said on Twitter 3 days ago that she won that lawsuit. She said she won that lawsuit. I don't have her exact tweets in front of me. Maybe you do. But they patched things up. They're on tour, or they were on tour together. And as I said, Deeds a month ago called me in the morning. She said Babyface and Anita Baker are going at it. I said, really? And then I saw Anita Baker being hella petty up on social media. Okay, so they got past the lawsuit. Do you think this is staged? Let's start there, because a lot of things today are staged. Anita Baker wasn't trending like that. I'm sure she does well on the road, performing, sells out. But now it's like, yo, Anita Baker, I'm going to go see her in concert. Do you think this is staged, Florida Boy Jay?
No, and not to disrespect any of the elders or anything, but most of the older generation that get on the internet aren't really savvy enough to pull up, hoax and do things like that. That's more of a young person's game to be able to manipulate the minds of their audience.
Okay.
I just don't see them at their age just really trolling just for tickets. Like Anita Baker and Babyface are 2 well-esteemed and established artists. They don't need to make a fake feud to sell tickets.
I think my generation is worse than your generation. You already know. You and I talk, every other day, sometimes every day for a week or so. And I'm not surprised that Anita Baker is this petty. I'm really not. I mean, I literally have an app on my phone, as you know, that blocks links and images, not for younger people, but from the older people who are trying to tell on people from the 80s and the 90s. I'm like, damn, you? And so I have that app to block them because I don't want to be pulled into indictments. Please.
Yeah, of course. And with the situation that we're seeing right now is Anita Baker, as much as she is a songstress and R&B icon and a legend, she's still an old hating ass nigga at the end of the day.
Damn.
And she's always going to be a whole hating ass nigga that sits back and sees Babyface. She's seen that nigga on Tiny Desk bringing up, Shantae Moore fine ass, bringing up Tank and
Tank.
some other, top.
My nigga Tank.
Some right, bringing up the A1 singers to perform him on Tiny Desk. We just seen Charlie Wilson on there last week. Anita Baker, I don't know if she did one yet, but they ain't called her phone yet. She sent back seeing Babyface go viral off the Tiny Desk, helping her sell tickets. But as an ungrateful ass nigga, what they do? Throw it in your own bag. Oh, yeah, this nigga doing too much. We got to get him off the tour.
Okay.
Oh, and as we get you off tour, yes, you're a hater on Beyonce, too. And we all know Babyface is a man of class. He doesn't step out, and does anything. He doesn't shuck and jive for a check. So he's going to keep it classy. And at the end of the day, Anita Baker was like an old, bitter-ass nigga trying to think Babyface is doing too much. She think Babyface is doing too much. She want to sit his ass down. That's all going on.
Okay.
Ass nigga.
Hey, man.
Just like some of you niggas, managers and supervisors at your job, micromanage you, eat your little ham and cheese sandwich on the phone, sit and listen to the Starport. Your phone is supposed to be in your pocket, nigga.
Okay. Hey, man, are you going to be around just in case, I need to get you back on the line? I appreciate you, but what's your schedule?
I'm going to be around. You hope these whole-ass niggas ain't around.
Okay.
Hey, these whole-ass niggas call this line back and you hit my phone.
Okay.
I got something for them.
You got it. Thank you for calling in, Florida Boy Jay. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a great night.
Okay. FBJ tapping in. Guys, sit tight. I need to cut the AC on. I forgot before I started the show. Give me 2 minutes to get myself situated. And I want to continue these discussions here, okay? Why did you get scammed? Not how. Why? Were you trying to get over, Don't you move. Okay, back in the building. Star Report Tuesday evening. All right. Anita Baker, being petty, kicked Babyface off the tour. Okay, legendary, iconic singer that she is, and himself, his catalog is crazy. You cannot deny his catalog. Let me just say that. If memory serves me correctly, he was in a group called The Deal before he went solo. And then when he went solo, he was on Epic Records. The Deal may have been on Epic Records as well. I forget, and I don't feel like Googling. But he popped off. Boom! He has produced so many monster songs. He's highly respected. Anybody remember Babyface and Teddy Riley when they tried to do that first verses and Troll Babies? Good evening. Remember that? Teddy Riley and Babyface. That was a disaster. And everybody was dragging them. And they did a second promo. And they used me in the second promo to promote the second time that they did it, because the first time Teddy Riley had dancers and a DJ and couldn't get the sound. Anyway, so Babyface is that guy. I'm actually kind of surprised that he's the opening act for Anita Baker. Correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, or is he not a good performer live? Anybody want to chime in? Phone lines are open right now. Is he not a good performer? I saw him on the Tiny Desk series on NPR, as Florida Boy Jay just mentioned. He's got these big-ass Kumo D glasses on. And that looked crazy. But hold on a second. Who sent in a Cash App? Okay. Okay, hang on. Okay, someone is impersonating Florida Boy Jay. I don't think that's him. Let me take a screenshot and send this to him. The bag got different, so the bussy got different. Oh, my goodness. Florida Boy Jay, I'm sending you a screenshot right now. The trolling never stops. Hold on, everybody, hold on. Area code 954, you've been holding. Good evening. 954, are you there?
Good evening, sir.
Sounds like Crime Skills. That's what it sounds like. Yes? No?
Yes, sir. That's him.
Good to hear from you, man. What's cracking? Where do you want to start? Crime Skills.
What's going on with you? The Wham Nelly. Wham Nelly.
Yeah. First, the trial just started, and I judged him. You know, that's what we all do from time to time. But listening to the prosecution present their case, the case sounds weak. Day one. He's been in jail for 4 years. Are you up to speed?
Yes, sir. I've been following it from years now.
Please.
Years now.
Come on.
I'm a fan of him. I think he's unique.
Okay.
And I'm upset.
Okay.
I'm upset at him. Really upset.
Okay.
Because there's a couple things that's going on. And I think he's guilty, but he's going to beat it. Yes. Yes. And on another side, I think Florida will make an example out of him. That's the sad part about the whole story.
Okay.
Yeah, Florida. Right now, it's only 8 jurors that they need to give you the death penalty. Not even 12 anymore.
8. Right.
It's 8. I think what's going on, they will use him as the first with this new change in the law. I suspect that's coming. And it's upsetting, to be real with you. It's really upsetting. You know what I mean?
Well, hang on a second, Crime Skills. You said you're a fan.
Go ahead.
You said you're a fan, but you think he's guilty. How so? I did not see any evidence presented. Day one today, there's no weapon. There's no video footage of him killing them. Now, these younger people today, they make music and songs as he made his, I think his breakout track, Murder on My Mind, and he's talking about niggas snitching. So here he is. He's not snitching. If there was someone else who killed his 2 friends, did you notice him getting emotional in the courtroom today when they showed his 2 friends, 2 deceased friends being brought into the hospital? He damn near cried.
I watched him. His whole facial expression. I watched the entire thing today. I'm going to be watching it tomorrow.
Okay.
The day after that. I'm studying his body language hard body. Florida is different, Star. Florida is different.
I agree.
Trust me.
But where are you getting where are you getting this information or that he's guilty? Please, I want to know seriously.
At first, I was just holding on, and then it's just certain things that I would just want to wait. No.
Crime Skills, you said you think he's guilty. Let's not wait. Tell us why you think he did it. I don't see it. And again,
all right.
Come on. I don't see it.
Okay. The dude that they had up on the stand, the co-defendant, he was all over the place. Number one, the blood stains and everything, and how they show where the bullet, the case is. It's a lot of detail that they're gonna. I think that they're gonna go back over through some of it, but it's a lot of details. Like it just don't look good. That's just that. Like it just don't look good. Like it's a feeling also, something inside. Why I'm saying this, it's not just what I'm seeing, it's what I'm seeing body wise and something inside of me, like and the majority of the time that spirit is never wrong, to be real with you, but like I said, let's wait.
I hear you,
but
I hear you, but you have not told us, with all due respect, any real hardcore evidence that we can say, okay, that makes sense. I think, I could be wrong, that they're trying to make an example out of him, as you said, and it's very much a reality that his two friends, they may have been involved in a drive-by. He did a track with Glock 9, so down there in those areas where they are shooting each other broad fucking daylight. What is Glock 9's team called? All Friends, No Family. AFNF. All Friends, No Family. And they've been shooting each other in the goddamn streets, drive-bys. He's in the county right now, or he might be in prison. He's locked up. Yes, no? Glock 9?
Glock, that dude is not from Miami, from Broward. I think
he's from Orlando.
Jackson.
He's from Orlando.
Orlando, yeah.
No, not Orlando. With a W, they call it Warlando. Go ahead.
Florida, from about Key West to the top of Florida is probably what. Florida is huge. It's a different. I live in I live in Sunrise from 2012 to last year. I moved up north a little,
okay.
But I know where the incident took place. I know the area, and I could tell you off the rip, the co-defendant is lying. Let me just say that. Pertaining when he's talking about the car and what it like, bro, he's lying. He's lying.
Okay.
Sorry for calling you bro, but he's lying.
Okay.
I'm just telling you straight up. So I don't know what purpose he's serving, but somebody, like a lot of people is jumping to conclusion like, oh, the prosecutors don't have a case yet.
Right.
It's just the 2 first days. It's just the 2 first days.
All right, so let's see. So tomorrow, I'm sure I'll be doing a show tomorrow. Can you stay in touch? Because again, this is your area down there. Maybe I'm jumping the gun too fast. I just think that the case is super weak. But go ahead and finish up, please.
I'm not missing a day of it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna send you some bread too. I'm gonna send you some bread.
Sir.
I'm not missing a day of it. I will stay like I'm not missing it. I wake up to nothing. I stay on it.
Thank you, man.
I'm studying his body language. My respect, though.
Good to talk to you. Salute. Thank you.
All right.
Okay. Crime skills. Damn. He said the little nigga's guilty. Shit. If you're just now joining me, one of the show topics tonight, why did you get scammed? I broke down, I just gave you a slight overview of of the process of scamming. It can be lengthy. A beat is usually a quick transaction. A hustle can be more detailed. I don't think I broke down a hustle. In the early 80s, I used to hang in Times Square, and I had some associates from Gun Hill Road up in the Bronx, and they were some of the best Times Square hustlers. I wrote about them in my book, Objective Hate. Man, they had finesse. And they were not stick-up kids. They knew how to finesse people out of money, and I learned from them. And one of my cousins, I'm not going to say his name, and I learned from them how to catch a Vic and how to work the Vic. Anybody from my era? We used to call certain people Vics. Let me see if you know. Give me a second. No? Okay, that's a very old term. We used to say to each other as we would be walking up Broadway or, 8th Avenue, we see each other, yo, did you see my Vic? A Vic is a short term for a victim of circumstance. You catch the Vic, you sell the Vic on whatever, whether it's Coke, Switchblade, Stiletto, girls, whatever. you walk the Vic up the block, or you take him up to Fascination, Playland. There was a whole lot of areas in Times Square, and we knew the back doors and so on and so forth. But anyway, the point is, why did you get scammed? Why did you get hustled? Why did you get beat? If you can keep it real, okay? All right, King Walker, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Okay, I got your Cash App. Mike, I got your donation. Friday, we love in Florida. Glad DeSantis is governor. Yeah, I'm going to vote for him to be president. Trump was my guy. Trump was arrested today. I'm not even focused on Trump. He had his run. How many indictments? 37 guys? 36? I forget. He's out of here. Trump is out of here. Area code 713. Good evening. Are you there? 713.
My nigga.
Oh, Houston. What's up, man? Good to hear from you.
Dog, good to goddamn talk to you, my nigga. What's poppin'?
Hey, man, let me just say off the rip, fuck the algorithm tonight. Me and you going to talk.
Okay.
I'm sipping the wine.
I wanted to ask you first.
I'm sipping the wine. Nigga, I saw you playing the guitar 2 weeks ago. Nigga, what's cracking?
Dog, I told you, you remember when you thought I was bullshit when I said, man, I'm trying to learn the bass from you.
Right.
You thought I was bullshit.
I saw you playing the guitar, sipping the Parmesan, and smoking a Black and Mild. I said, go ahead, big nigga. Go ahead.
Dog, I said, you remember when I said, man, I got an idea, and I said, man, I got to learn this shit myself because ain't nobody else going to teach me.
Okay.
And then I said, man, you said you know how to play the bass. That's why I was going with that.
I've been playing the bass since the 70s, man. Since the 70s, yeah.
How long you been playing the bass?
Since the 70s. Yeah, 70s, yeah.
Who inspired you to play the bass?
Well, there was a few. Hang on, I'm going to tell you because this is a lengthy story. There was a few. Jones, Marshall Jones from the Ohio Players, John Entwistle from the Who, Bootsy Collins, of course. Cordell Monsoon, Parliament.
Man, Bootsy was a beast.
Bootsy. Cordell Monsoon from Parliament Funkadelic. Mark Adams was a big influence on me from Slave. Aaron Mills from Cameo. But the number one bass player of the 70s, Bernard Edwards from the band Chic. And
you know what?
Hang on, stay with me because this is a part of my documentary. I was such a I was such a supporter of Bernard Edwards that when those niggers stole his bass line and came out with Rapper's Delight, I hated hip hop.
Oh man. Oh man.
Sugar Hill Gang, Rapper's Delight. Houston, just hang on. Let me talk, and then I'll go to you.
Oh, no.
1980, Rapper's Delight. When I first heard that goddamn song, I said, what the fuck? That's Good Times. What the fuck is this? I hated them so much. I went to see them live. I think it was Rutgers University. Black Ivory opened up. I was probably the only person inside that goddamn auditorium. I was so heated you could fry an egg on top of my head. What's his name? Wonder Mike? Wonder Mike with the big fucking sideburns. Master G with the little fucked up blowout. And Big Bang Hank. And hang on, Houston. Hang on, nigga. Let me talk. Let me talk, and then I'll come to you. Hang on, goddammit.
My bad. Man,
and the fucking bass player playing Bernard Edwards' groove, the Good Times.
Wow. Hold up. When you heard the bass player playing his shit,
and
you're like, hold up, that's his shit.
Yeah.
Why are y'all not understanding he's stealing that shit? Is that what you were thinking?
Yes, and
like, I'm just asking.
Yes, and a lot of the early pioneers of hip hop, they were thieves. I know a lot of them. I respect them. They respect me, but they were stealing, and that's another story. But anyway, and I forgot to mention also, he was one of my top 5 bass players, Geddy Lee. But Geddy Lee, I really got into him when I moved to New York, more so than the 70s. Oh man, Oscar Alston from the Stone City Band, who played with Rick James. Go ahead, you were saying? Go ahead.
From the start. See, dog, that's what I be asking you. I think you think I be tripping when I be emailing you, but I be wanting to see the band so I can practice.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean? That's why I be asking you in the email. I'm like, man, send me the songs so I can practice. You know what I mean? And then I have different guitars. You know what I mean? So which one of the motherfuckers that you thought that they really stole from me that really hurt your feelings? Like,
I just told you, Rapper's Delight, the Sugar Hill Gang. I hated that fucking fucking monkey anthem. I hip hop, hip hop. You don't stop rocking to the bang bang boogie. Hated it.
I hate that song to this day. I hate that monkey anthem. You know how I feel about shit. You feel me? I hate niggas. And then I hate the way they sitting up. Dog, you know I hate niggas. And then I said niggas come in all colors and creeds. It's a mentality.
Now hang on. Houston, I got
my bad, dog.
I gotta stay on topic here. Anita Baker has kicked.
My bad.
Hang on. Anita Baker has kicked Babyface off the tour.
Okay, I'm going to get back to the topic.
Are you up to speed?
I'm going to get back to the topic.
Are you up to speed?
Okay, what's the topic? I got to get back to the topic with you. What's the topic?
Anita Baker kicked Babyface off the tour. Are you up to speed? Yes or no?
No, I'm not up to speed, but I'm not.
All right.
I'm not. It's sort of like when Tina Turner used to be on tour and then kicked Elton John off. But a lot of, I
forgot about
shit.
that. I forgot about that. Yeah.
So I know my shit.
She said, "Get this fat gay nigga out of here, talking reckless. Fuck out of here. I'm Tina Turner. I'll slap fire out your bitch ass." I forgot about that.
Yeah, I drag you behind the car and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's you can hear no saying. So, son, you feel me? I'm telling you.
All right, Houston, listen, I got to cut you short, man. I got to get back on topic. Good to talk to you. Send me an email.
Okay.
But now hang on. If you're trying to, in my opinion, study guitar players, Nile Rodgers, one of the greatest ever. Start there, okay? Nile Rodgers.
Hey, dog.
Thank you, Houston. Okay. That's my nigga right there, man. Houston's on that Paul Masson, boy. Woo. All right, folks, we've gone off the rails a little bit, but let me pull it back. Did I say Hilfiger yet? This is a new one they sent me. Oh. Know you're hating, huh? What's that fly shit? Guys, on the screen, www.pushingforward.nyc. That is a great realtor I want you to reach out to. He's going to call in possibly tomorrow. His name is Joshua B. Born and raised in Brooklyn, New York, he has a very, very good understanding of anything you're looking to do pertaining to real estate in the tri-state. Primarily Brooklyn, whether it's downtown, a Park Slope, Red Hook, any place, real estate, whether it's commercial, residential. Reach out to that guy. Tell him I sent you. His name is Joshua B. He's a straight shooter, and he does a lot of high-end business, okay? All right, Blade, I got your email. Hold on a second. Blade says, Star, I got scammed back in the day in Brooklyn because I was naive enough to actually believe that the DEA would employ a waffle-colored half-a-dago mongrel and give him a badge. No, Blade, I didn't allegedly scam you. Did I run down on you? There's a difference between scamming and running down. Thank you, Blade, for your donation, as always, okay? Mike, I got your donation. Hope to see Trump at Mr. Casey and Clinton Max. Hey, man, Trump is out of here, man. That was my guy. But let's not pretend like he's going to make it back to the White House. There's too much going on right now. It's too much. He was arrested today in court in Miami. I'm not even talking about that because the algorithms are so goddamn sensitive. and you will get your videos demonetized if you put his name in the title. If you keep saying his name, they'll demonetize your video. Area code 484, good evening. Are you there? 484. Yes, no, maybe. Okay, I got to keep it pushing. Thank you for calling, 484. Let me also go to paperworkparty.org. Please check them out, folks. Great website and platform on YouTube. Season 4, to be precise. They break stories. Paperwork Party, they've called into the show before, okay? All right, left-handed, I got your email. Thank you for tapping in. Hey, Lorna, I got your donation. Do you like Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers? Lorna, I have an interview with myself and Flea. We got along really good. I think it was 2005 at Power 105 in New York City. He loved the Star and Bachwald show. We were like so off the rails that morning. And he said, this is insane, but it's highly intelligent at the same time. Great guy, great bass player. He usually plays a Music Man bass with a maple neck. Sometimes he uses the rosewood, but great bass player, highly respected by George Clinton. There's a video out recently with him and Stanley Clark, if you saw that. But yes, I like him, I respect him, and I have a great interview on video with Flea, okay? Thank you for your donation. How do I say your name? Mafia. Okay, I got your banner. I got your donation. Thank you so much. Let's go back to area code if they pick up. 484, do you care about Babyface and Anita Baker, or should I change the title? 484. Let's go. Good evening. Yes, no, maybe. Okay, you're doing too much. I'm going to keep it pushing. I tried. Okay. All right. I may shift the title here if you guys don't care about Babyface and Anita Baker. Anita Baker's an old hater. Hold on a second. Deeds, should we focus on YNW Melly? I think more people might be interested in that. 347, sit tight. I know who that is. Something I saw I wanted to bring to you guys' attention this evening. Oh, wow. Okay, wow. So somebody's threatening to slap the dog shit out of Azealia Banks, one of DC Fly's nephews. Oh, shit. It's on and popping. Okay, I just got a text from Deeds. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Oh, Tory Lanez sentencing for Megan Thee Stallion set for. I think we should do that. Guys want to switch? Oh, no. DJ Drama paid $120K to get his chain back. Oh, the slave chain. Let's change the title. The slave chain is coming back. The slave chain is coming back to DJ Drama. That's why he has not been live. Nobody gives a fuck. Sorry, Anita Baker. I'm changing the title. DJ Drama paid $120,000 to get his, I'm going to say slave chain. Slave chain back. Chains. Peace, 347. Is that left-handed? Are you there, sir?
Peace. What's good with you, man?
Hey, man, I'm going to put your link in my live right now. Are you still live, or are you finished up?
Nah, we finished a little while ago, man. We had a great show.
Okay.
Me and my co-D Yada Bear. We had a couple of people slide through. We talked about
Nice.
the Errol Spence Jr. and Terrence Crawford had a press conference for their fight today. Right. Their fight is July 29th. It was interesting to say the least, man. It was kind of calm down and mellow. It wasn't 50,000 people on the dais. You know what I mean? They wasn't yelling and screaming at each other.
It's not time for that yet, and I'm not even really excited about that fight just yet. I mean, honestly, I want you to give us a recap on the Heat losing to the Nuggets, and I watched Shannon Sharp today. He didn't cry. He didn't cry too much. But he shed a couple of tears. He brought out his daughter. His last day on Undisputed. Please, left-handed, go ahead.
Yeah, we talked about that too. Down in Sports Talk, we talked about that as well. I mean, Shannon Sharp, you know, he spoke eloquently about, you know, his time on Undisputed. He mentioned, you know, all the people that helped him, you know, like the people backstage, the makeup people, and all that stuff. And you know, he was doing the dabbing at his eyes and stuff like that, and whatever. But you know,
where is he going?
He said what he had to say.
Where is he going? At the end, he said, "I don't know where I'm going." He doesn't have a job yet. Not that he has to, but you know, just what's the rumor?
I'm not really sure, but again, he probably knows. He probably knows a little bit more that he led on to. Okay. Not they do.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But you know, I respect, you know, what he did. He said it. You know, 7 years.
7 years.
At the beginning, they didn't think that it would last.
7 years.
He spoke very well about it. You know what I mean? And again, they had to do what they had to do. And you know, I wish him the best and all of that, man. But back to the Denver Nuggets, man.
What happened?
You know, and I got to give respect.
What happened?
Put respect on my Cody Yada Bear. She called it. She said the Denver Nuggets will win the NBA title in 5 games, and they won in 5 games. So,
okay.
They just had a better team than the Miami Heat, man. A lot of people now talking about how Jimmy Butler disappeared, but that's what Jimmy Butler does. You know what I mean? If you've been following him around, that's what Jimmy Butler does. But, you know, I don't want to take nothing away from the Denver Nuggets. They played a very, very, you know, decent game. I mean, again, they held the Miami Heat under 100 points again. Okay. You know, Nikola Jokic, he was the MVP of the series. He did his thing. But like I said on the show, man, you know, you have Nikola Jokic, you have Jamal Murray. Then you have guys that add like little paper cuts, right? You have, you know, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, right? You have guys like Jeff Green. You have their rookie kid, Braun. And so they did their thing, and they did what they had to do, man. And the Miami Heat just kind of I don't want to say they folded, but they kind of did fold.
Well, you know, if I can jump in. Go ahead. If they lost in 5, they folded like a chicken wing. It didn't go to 7. You know.
Nope.
Is that team going to be disbanded? What's going on with the Heat? I mean, they got to the finals, but you know, sometimes depending on how you lose in the finals, the whole shit can be revamped. Where are they now? Lost in 5.
I mean, you know, they did their thing, but people, you know, I don't like saying that. That's cliche. People fail to realize and all that. But again, they were in the finals in the bubble when they lost to the Lakers. So I mean, again, they stay in the Eastern Conference Finals. They stay in the finals. So again, Eric Spoelstra, did what he had to do. But again, as far as them, breaking the team up, it might be some things, some changes that need to be made. They probably do some things, as far as personnel wise. But I think that the Miami Heat, man, they went as far as they can go.
Okay.
As simple as that. They just got beat by a better team.
Gotcha. Do you care? Do you care about Anita Baker being petty towards Babyface, or are you more interested in DJ Drama paying $120K to get his slave chain back? Breaking news. DJ Academics. I'm giving him the credit. Go ahead.
Let me ask you about the DJ Drama thing. Was that in Canadian dollars?
I don't know. That's a good.
Did he pay him? Did he pay those Canadian? Did he pay the Canadian goals and Canadian dollars? But yeah, man.
I don't know about that, but I jumped out the window and I said, I think the 6 God pushed the button on that nigga. The 6 God. Yeah,
maybe so, man.
Yeah.
I saw the video where they was holding the chain up and the guy was, counting off money or whatever. I saw that.
Gave a shout out to Drizzy.
Yeah.
We out here.
Absolutely.
Niggas can talk that goofy shit down in the States. LA, New York, when you come up here, you're going to get got. Anyway, hey, man, so I put your information in the live chat. Anything else you want to mention, left-handed?
Yeah, we talk about the Anita Baker thing and Babyface, man. You know, that's a lot of craziness. Anita Baker, you know, much respect for her being a diva. But maybe it was about 2 years, maybe about 2 or 3 years ago on Twitter, she was going back and forth with Cheryl Lynn.
I didn't know that. Oh.
Yeah, man, it was crazy. They was going back and forth like, yeah, and Cheryl Lynn was giving Anita Baker that smoke.
Really?
You know what I mean? Yeah, absolutely. Yes, sir.
Got to be real. Got to be real.
I had it on Twitter. Yes.
Cheryl Lynn,
I was shocked.
And then she came out with Encore. Oh, Cheryl Lynn was she was no slouch. So what happened?
Absolutely not.
Did Cheryl Lynn want to shoot the fade? What happened? Google Cheryl Lynn.
Yeah, man, Cheryl Lynn, man, was with it, man. So they got into their little thing. But now, again, man, I don't know, man. I don't want to put no bad aspirations on Anita Baker, man. But it's looking crazy because Babyface. Go ahead.
Left-handed. Now, let's go back for a second. Before I Google Cheryl Lynn, this is how old I am, my nigga. Cheryl Lynn came up off of the Gong Show with Chuck Barris.
Gong Show. That's right. That's right.
Hang on, Cheryl. She was from some project somewhere. She was there she is, Cheryl Lynn.
Yeah, Cheryl Lynn was with the shits.
Yeah, Got to Be Real.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's from L.A. Okay. Born in 1957, so she came up with all them niggas in the 60s and the 70s.
Right.
Gangland. Yep. What did she tell Anita Baker? Bitch, I'll snatch you by your head and drag you? What did she tell her?
It was going there. It was getting to that point, man, because Cheryl Lynn was trying to be cordial, and Anita Baker was saying some slick shit. Mm-hmm. And Cheryl Lynn wasn't with it, and she was just clapping back at her.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, wow, I'm surprised she's tight. You know what I mean? She was.
Bitch, I'll split your shit to the white meat. That's
no problem.
That's what them old LA bitches do. I'll split your shit to the white meat. Bitch, what's cracking?
Word up. She didn't want no problems with her, man. So, yeah, I was like, yeah, but again, you know, Anita Baker, man, you know, is doing what she needs to do. And I think that she needs to just kind of like be easy, man. Because, again, you know, this is, you know, we're in the fourth quarter of our lives, man. You know what I mean? And we don't need that extra headaches and stuff going on like that. But, yo, man, I just wanted to say that, man, and tap in with you, man. Salute all the time.
Good to talk to you,
down
man.
In Sports Talk, man.
Absolutely.
Tuesday nights, 8 to 9 p.m. And put some respect on my Code D's Gotta Bear's name, man.
Absolutely.
And I'm out.
Absolutely. Okay, folks, we're having a good discussion here tonight. I know the show's going off the rails a little bit, but it's Tuesday. I'm in a great space, a great place. Hang on. Oh, you know, the hater misses nothing. I got to put some respect on somebody's name. He's on the front lines of urban journalism. Yes, he is. Let me just make sure I say the right thing because I check him out from time to time. Hold on. Salute to Mikey T, Report Card Radio. Mikey T. He's official tissue. Okay. 4 hours ago, he just posted a video, former G-Unit artist Kid on problems with 50 Cent. Oh, I was waiting for this nigga to start talking Kid, huh? Let me put this in the live chat. Oh, shit. Oh, let's see what 50 got to say now, huh? You bullied the shit out of Young Buck, controlled the fuck out of him. Let's see what, I can't watch this now, of course, but yeah, Mikey T, Report Card Radio. This has got to be an exclusive. I've never heard this guy, Kid, take a shot at 50. And I'm assuming he's saying something that's a little off. I don't know. But guys, go check out Report Card Radio. That's Mikey T's channel. Great content. We'll get to that tomorrow, I'm sure, okay? Blade, I got your donation. Thank you, Blade. Okay. Blade takes shots, but he also spends Skrilla. I appreciate that. Okay. Okay, someone send me an email without a donation. Go fuck yourself. I don't know you. Get out of here. Okay. Delete. Hold a second. Delete. I hate to go backwards, but I want to go backwards. the now former New York police commissioner. It wasn't just the black mayor that she didn't want to answer to. It was two other black high-ranking police officers. And I'm going to say it again, what I said yesterday. Don't start caping for a cop, some of you weirdo, bozo-ass niggas. You claim to be alpha males. And now you're caping for a fucking cop. I don't even have to put into the equation. Well, you know what? She's a black cop. But she's a fucking cop. There's a chain of command in policing. She knew what the fuck it was off the rip when the mayor spoke to her. A buddy of mine, a friend of mine, former retired undercover cop in those goddamn streets of Queens, Far Rockaway, 13 years undercover. He broke it down to me today because I had to make sure I wasn't just jumping out the fucking window like I did yesterday. And Star was right. So you take that. Some of you niggas out there now, you're caping for a black cop. Get the fuck out of here. I bet you was a cop. Yes, bitch. I bet you's a quitter. You up here caping for the bitch. Oh, she was handcuffed. They wouldn't give her no power. Why the fuck would you give a female fucking cop who's never even busted her gun in Long Island? Never busted a gun. Now you caping for the bitch? Like she put in work in the fucking streets? Yeah, she was smart, yes. But in policing, it's a chain of command. You have a boss and you answer to the fucking boss. She had 3 black men she didn't want to answer to. Hold on a second, I got the names. Got the names. I'm talking to you, nigga. Oh, pardon me, Mo Fax, you're on the line. Mo, sit tight, sit tight. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to leave you on hold. Philip Banks and Timothy Pearson. That's who she also answered to. She knew what the fuck it was. Bitch was a cop out in fucking Long Island. She was getting 6 figures anyway. Put you in the big chair. Play your position. Play your role. Isn't that what we tell these females today? Play your role, bitch. No, you're not going to come in and within less than 2 years, you got all this power. Play your role. Sit tight. It's a chain of fucking command. And you niggas out here riding her fucking maxi pad now. Some of you niggas is goofy. One minute you hate black females. Now you're licking her tampon. Make up your fucking mind. Fuck that bitch. Get out. I'm saying that. You're going to let her sit there in the goddamn chair of a commissioner's chair until the end of the month so people can boo-hoo and come and give her hugs and stroke her ego? Get out, bitch. Get your shit and get the fuck out. You let down the whole goddamn department. First black female. You're a quitter. And shame on some of you goofy ass niggas who you want your daughters to look up to a fucking quitter. Quitting is a great thing. Make up your fucking mind. She didn't even have the decency to go to the man that co-signed her and gave her the job. He asked her. I'm sure he asked her, are you built for this? You know what this is. Can you handle this? Can you handle it, bitch? Well, he didn't say bitch. I'm saying bitch. She couldn't handle it. Couldn't handle it. Yes, you have to answer to people. No, you don't have no fucking power, not even 2 years in. Huh? Bitch probably didn't even have a fight. The last fight she had was in middle school. Power? You got men out here in the goddamn streets fighting fucking Hispanics up in the Bronx on the streets. Brooklyn, people getting shot, ran down on. Get your shit and get out. I hope they make her get out of office. Get the fuck on. Go be a commissioner or a chief of police in one of them bum ass. Come to Atlanta. I'm sure they will fucking love a quitting black bitch. I just wanted to say that. Hold on a second. Call in. Call in and let me hear you cape for her. I dare you. Mo Fax, good evening, man. Sorry, I had to go left for a second. Mo, thank you for holding. Where do you want to start?
I want to start with the Melly case.
Please. Yeah, man. Where do you want to go?
This is a very fascinating and politically impactful case.
Okay.
So you start there. Everybody, I don't want to rehash the thing about Florida and the death penalty.
Take your time.
But we got to remember.
I got time. Let's go, Mel. Let's go, Mo.
We have to remember in 1992, there was a guy named Ricky Ray Rector. And Bill Clinton made sure he was executed.
Okay.
To make him serious on crime, and that was a big game changer for him against Bush. Okay,
right.
So I'm just saying this Melly could turn into the same kind of character in this whole presidential campaign we have coming up, because Trump is in trouble, but he's still ahead on the cards, and DeSantis needs something big. And this will give him the woke credentials or the anti-woke credentials he needs to maybe go ahead in the campaign against Donald Trump in the primaries. Now, I'm looking at this case. There's no hard evidence that ties Melly to it, but his co-defendant is a different story.
Mm-hmm.
You ask what did they say today? You know what I'm saying, of any significance? He changed his clothes before he dropped those two boys off at the hospital. They found gunpowder on his hands, but no guns.
Right.
Where are the guns? Even if you were involved in the drive-by and you were shooting back,
right?
We need the guns. I was speaking from the point of the police.
Yeah.
And I don't think he could take them to the guns, because that'll be even more implication to what really happened. And it put Melly in a weird spot, because on one hand, he might not have been directly involved, but he got to stand tall and can't snitch, because if he snitches, that ruins his whole credibility. And one more thing about this, he has the same lawyer as Bootsy had. I don't know if anybody mentioned it or not.
I saw something with Bootsy today saying he wants to now be a lawyer.
Well, Bootsy referred Jason Roger Williams to Melly.
Okay.
That's the one that got Bootsy off of his charges.
Ooh,
He's the DA in New Orleans.
Nice.
Now, there's a lot of Soros money behind Jason Williams.
Okay.
That got him elected in New Orleans. That's why I said this is very, I'm into the politics. And there's a lot.
Take your time, Mo. We're going down the rabbit hole. Take your time. I'm really I changed my opinion on this guy. I thought he was smiling because he was just a fucking nut job. I think that's just who he is. That's his nature. I think the case is complete bullshit and weak. Go ahead.
Yeah, but he makes the perfect character for the demonic, drill rapper, satanic.
Right.
He says in it, demon time. He fits the character of if you're trying to go anti-woke. We're gonna, execute a black man if he's found guilty, and you get the 8-4 split that you need, to get the death penalty.
Right.
Which, like I said, that goes back to Ricky Ray Rector. Now, going back to Bootsy. Bootsy was not only the one that referred the lawyer to him, he was in court supporting Melly.
Mm-hmm.
So what is going on here? I mean, like, he can't really if you say he has nothing to do with it. Now you got Bootsy sitting in the court. His his street credibility. Where he stand on snitches. Right. Even if it's to exonerate yourself, he can't say anything.
Right.
And it don't matter. It don't matter what, if you can prove the co-defendant has something to do with it. And the other thing was, I think Fredro Bain. And when your friends have been shot, you're calling somebody to come pick you up. You're not going to the hospital with them.
Yeah.
It's too much circumstantial evidence, and it's too many cards stacked against him for for this to be have the political impact it needs. But the Democrats on the same side, they're easy on crime, and they might try to get him off. And that's why I said about the Soros and the money back in Mr. Jason Williams.
Okay.
Well, that's what I have on the case, man. Yeah. It's very, very interesting.
It's interesting. I'm gonna watch tomorrow. Another installment of it, but I don't think he did it. Maybe I'm going a little too far with my opinion based upon the first day, but the presentation of the prosecution, it sounded weak as fuck. The guy's been in jail for 4 years. I'll let you finish up though, Mo. Okay.
You want to know what I think? This
Please.
is just my pure speculation from what I heard. I think Mr. Bortland, or how you pronounce that, the other YWM Bortland, his co-defendant, he's the quote unquote alleged. I'm gotta be clear, so I don't want you to get sued today. But I think allegedly he's the shooter, and Melly, like, excuse my language, I don't cuss, but like, what the fuck did you just do?
Okay. Alleged shooter, we don't know. We don't know. Yeah.
Right. Big alleged. Alleged. I'm just telling you, just from the circumstantial evidence.
Yeah.
He sprayed up the car. He got the gunpowder in his hand. Melly, like, I'm out of here.
Right.
You clean this mess up.
Yeah.
And it's a lot. Why would you change clothes? Why would you lie about your route to the hospital?
Right.
Why would you have gunpowder in your hand, but there's no guns? Mm-hmm. But Melly's going to go down on this ship. He has to. If he wants to keep his credibility, or
Sadly.
he can rat and be,
Or maybe there was a drive-by.
He only got the fan base.
Maybe there was a drive-by. I don't know. I mean,
one more thing though. They said there was no gunshots detected in the area where they said they got where they said the drive-by happened. That's one more piece of evidence. I'm just giving you another piece of evidence.
Yeah.
That was presented.
Okay. Mo, I appreciate you, man. What's going on your platform? Mo Facts. Anything new?
Still grinding. Just dropped a new episode.
Okay.
Like I said before, I'm ending this product at 100 episodes. I just dropped 92, and then from there, I'm working on something big. I'll just go ahead and drop it here.
Okay.
It's called the nigga mindset.
Really? Well, listen, man. If you want to send me a link and a thumbnail, I'll post that in the community section for you, man. Let me send some traffic over to you.
I want to be honest, Star. You done so much for me, so already, man. I'll be embarrassed to ask for any more help.
Mo, it helps me. Send me a link to.
I know, but I'm saying that's just, man. You done did so much for me.
I hear you,
like,
but it helps.
You the big homie.
It helps my channel as well. Send me a link with a thumbnail. Put that in the community section, man. I appreciate you, and thank you for your call.
All right, Star. Have a good one.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mo. Okay. Mo Facts tapping in. I want to get back to this quitting ass black commissioner. As I said yesterday, if the mayor was white, she would have been sucking that white zaddy's dick. She would have found it within her heart of hearts, to go in there and talk to him and at least inform him of her intentions to quit. She didn't even give Eric Adams the respect after all he went through to bring her non-experienced ass in there. Yes, non-experienced. Chief of detectives out in Nassau County. Bitch ain't never bust a gun. And you can cape for her all you fucking want to, some of you goofy niggas, because I see out there, you claiming to be an alpha male, but you caping for this bitch. Fuck that bitch. I said it. NYPD no longer has qualified immunity. And rightfully so. I mean, they've abused the privilege. But it's a war out there. And you quitting? Bitch, fuck you. Pack your shit and get out. Matter of fact, just leave. We'll pack your shit for you and send it FedEx ground. Fuck out of here. Oh, she's going to go on The View and sit there, but Whoopi Goldberg's big farting ass. She'll go on Fox Soul and talk to those fucking reject black bitches. Yes, reject black bitches. I'm sure she'll be a correspondent on BET. I think Tyler Perry just bought BET. She'll be fine. She'll be fine. But you're now telling your kids to look up to a quitter. A fucking quitter. Not me. I think we're done here tonight. That's all I want to say. Guys, check out my sponsors. And let me also thank Pocket Watching with JT for calling in. Very knowledgeable man, okay? Check him out. And please keep me up to speed with regards to the YNW Melly double murder case, all right? Hold on a second. New banner, new sponsor. Oh, you know what? Let me just say this before I go. I'm doing 50% off on book authors. 30 days promotion for book authors. Reach out to me via email, thehater1964@yahoo.com. As you know, I read the books that my sponsors send me, okay? Alpha Villains, there's his book, okay? David Cordova, there's his book, Decoded, okay? Shakira Ruiz, there's her book, Pay for Play, Dungeons and Dragons, okay? And multiple other sponsors. I read your books, and I want to send that traffic to you so you can see the results of the Star Report, okay? You guys have a great night. Take care.